And what is going on between Xbox, PlayStation, and everybody in between? And guys, we got to talk about Xbox because things aren't looking good. All right. Listen, the last couple of days have been really interesting. Really interesting. Looking at what's happening between Xbox and PlayStation. Notice how Nintendo's completely unaffected by this. I don't know. I just find it to be interesting. Anyway. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you guys want to see more content like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join me every single day, 9 p.m. over on the main channel, where you can catch me live every single day, 9 p.m. Eastern. I hope to see every single one of you there. Now back to the main video. So, in case you guys are unaware, Xbox has been having some major issues over the past about, I would say, week or so, maybe a week and a half, but it really got bad today. Today, the service was down for a little over 20 hours. The servers were down. You could not do anything on Xbox. You couldn't buy anything. You couldn't play anything. All your games didn't work. Even the disc video games. Most of the disc video games did not work. Some of them did, but most of them did not. The entire thing was completely destroyed. And obviously, they're not really saying what it was. Now, we have a bit of an Xbox support thread that I want to go over and talk about before I talk about one of the changes that Xbox and Ubisoft have coming to the PC platform as well, which I think is a good change, but unfortunately it seems to be only affecting good old Ubisoft's terrible launcher. Like, Ubisoft wants to play this stupid game of PC exclusivity BS. Anyway, we'll talk about it. So first, we're going to start off with the Xbox support. So this was posted, let me go over here, on July 23rd. This is when it first started happening. This was when I was playing Gears 5 with Wizard, and we were getting disconnected. It says, we are aware that some users are encountering errors when attempting to connect to Xbox services and features. Our engineers are actively working to mitigate the issue. We'll update as soon as we have more. Keep an eye on it. Now, this wasn't solely an Xbox thing. I just want to be very clear. I mean, Xbox obviously is affected, and it does go to the overall bigger conversation about the digital media future that we're facing as PlayStation gets ready to destroy all physical media. It's an interesting conversation because there were other companies that were also being affected as well, not just Xbox. This was a massive hit across multitude of different servers. A lot of it had to do with like Amazon servers, which like 1/3 of the internet utilizes. It's insane. But it was affecting it on July 23rd, and they basically kept people informed. The previously reported Xbox service connection issues should not be mitigated. This was on July 23rd. Now today, they ended up saying the same exact thing. They said, we are aware that some users are encountering errors when attempting to sign in, see your game library, or launch games. Our engineers are actively working to mitigate the issue. For updates, please follow along here, blah, blah, blah. People were not happy. People were not happy. All digital future, laughing my ass off. How much do I pay you assholes a month for this shit? That's another thing, too. Like, I think it's really insulting that you have to pay monthly in order to play online, where, obviously PC doesn't have to do that, but then you pay monthly to play online, and the servers are down for a long period of time. You can't do anything. It gets to be pretty bad. Engineers, I didn't see this picture. That's pretty funny. All digital future, by the way. People are taking, like, they're wasting no time. That's all I'm gonna say. They're wasting absolutely zero time. This is why you don't go full digital, PlayStation. The one support employee fixing this right now. Pretty wild that we spend thousands on digital games and can't access any of them without an internet connection or if your servers go down. We need new consumer laws in place. If we buy something physical or digital, it should be ours and used whenever we want, not a license. Well, again, that's going to be a whole nother conversation, because that has to do with consumer laws that unfortunately are very, very, very behind where we are digitally anyway. So then moving on, they end up quote tweeting themselves, and they say, just checking in on the game library, sign in a game launch issue. We know this has been going on a while and appreciate your patience while our teams keep working on it. Watch here, etc., etc., etc. That was 3 hours after this post. And then a few hours after that post, about 5 hours after that post, give or take, Another update on the game library sign-in game launch issue. Our teams are focused on multiple investigation angles and remain hard at work. Thank you for your patience while teams keep working. We'll share more details as they become available here at support. Guys, I gotta be honest with you. You know, the other day I said that I feel like what's going to happen, or what should happen, is that somebody or a group is going to end up bringing like PlayStation to their knees. Because kind of like what happened with the hack way back in the day when it was taken down for 24 days. I really do think that these companies need that to happen again. Whether it does or doesn't, that's obviously, you know, up to the future. But I do think that that needs to happen again, because these companies have gotten way too comfortable. These companies have just gotten way too arrogant. They've gotten way too narcissistic. I think there needs to be a humbling. I think there needs to be a reckoning. And the only way that's going to it's not going to happen with a blackout for a week. Like I know some people are planning for PlayStation. That's not going to do anything. This shit needs to be taken down, forcibly taken down, in my opinion, for a long time. Because that's really the only way these guys learned. I mean, look how quickly they learned when the original hack took place. They were apologizing for months. These people were apologizing for fucking months, over and over and over. Like, we're sorry. We'll give you this. We'll give you that. We'll give you free this, free that, whatever. They were apologizing for months on end. But now they're way too comfortable again. And it's so sad that it even has to get to that point. But I think unfortunately we are here. We're at that point. And then over here, hour after that, Xbox incident update. We apologize for the long-running nature of this issue. Things are slowly improving, though players worldwide may still experience failures launching games, along with potential sign-in and purchase issues. I mean, like, what are we doing here? And then eventually 2 hours after that, incident update. Thanks for your continued patience. Our engineers are still working to identify a fix, and we'll share more as soon as we can. Here's what I will say. At least Xbox support is out there every couple of hours giving an update, because if this was PlayStation, it would be radio silence. I'm sorry. It would be literally radio silence. You would have, honestly, like zero support messages other than a first initial statement. There would be absolutely nothing, right? So props to them for at least somewhat being communicative, because, you know, PlayStation would never do that. And then Xbox incident update. Thanks for your patience through this long one. Pause, by the way. We're making progress on recovery. Most players should be able to launch the titles and complete purchase again. Some may still see occasional failures as we finish up. Now, this was 5 hours ago. This was 5 hours ago at the time of filming this particular segment. 5 hours ago. There's been no update whatsoever from what I could see. And the 5 hour ago update was only some or most people, not everybody. So the service is still having problems, apparently. If we were to look here, let's see if there's any other update. I don't think so. I think you guys should give everyone Xbox Game Pass Ultimate free for a month because of this. I think that's insane. As much as I don't like these companies, you're asking for an entire month of the highest tier of Game Pass for 1 day of the service being shut down. I don't know about that. I think they should give maybe a couple of days extension to anybody who has Game Pass, maybe, and figure out something else they could do for other people. But yeah, I don't know. Like, that doesn't add up, bro. Like, a month for a day. Anyway, whatever. This should definitely show you that fully online digital media is not going to work. I'm not tripping over it like a lot of these dorks. Why is there always a guy like that? Why is there always a guy like that, bro? The people who don't fight for anything in their life, the people who are, like, if it's something that they're okay with, they need to devalue other people that are not okay with it. So they got to, like, shit on them. It's honestly a little bit odd. They'll be like, oh, look at these dorks complaining. It's because this guy saying he's not tripping. It's crazy, man. I'm not tripping over it like a lot of these dorks, but people do pay good money for these services. If they can't use online services or play a physical game, why would they even purchase your products? I don't know, just food for thought. Why is that so hard to understand? Why do you got to call these people dorks that are going further than you because you don't want to fight to the same extent? Okay, then just move to the back of the line. There's no reason to shit on the people that are going the extra step and making noise on your behalf. These people are making noise on your behalf so that you don't have to trip. You're not tripping because at the end of the day, somebody else is going to do the tripping for you. So the priority order was to fix being able to purchase, but then not be able to play what you just bought. Oh, Ooh, that was nice. Is that what they said? Hold on. Most players should be able to launch titles and complete purchases again. Some may still see occasional. I mean, they did say, okay, to be fair, they did say launch titles, but let's be real. They were more concerned about this. They were more concerned about the ability to buy in their store. I mean, just being honest here. Please consider enabling a way to play single-player games we purchase even when there are problems on your end. Yeah, good luck with that. What do you think this is, Steam? Good luck with that. Almost everything works for me now. When I launch Black Ops 2, the game runs, but my 360 profile is unable to download. Even if I put my login details manually, it recognizes who I am. That gets an error message saying I have the wrong credentials, which is incorrect. Hey, guys, purchases are more important, not the live service as a whole. Just FYI, Xbox doesn't care, like Sony. The audacity to include purchases on the update statement. It's because they want you to buy. They want you to buy, boys. Like, how was that so difficult to understand? And it's kind of ironic because the Xbox has spent the last few years training their people not to buy anything and basically relying on Game Pass. So then when the services go down, they're like, hey, by the way, you can make purchases again. No, what happened? Replacement Xbox employees hard at work. I understand your frustration. I'm from Mexico, Monterrey, more precisely. Is anyone else still experiencing problems? Are we in the region that keeps presenting issues? Bro, fix it for everyone. I pay your salary. Hey, yo. What is up with people like that? I pay your salary. I love people like that. No, you don't, bro. No, you don't. The company pays the salary. You pay the company. Relax. I get what you're trying to say, but like, holy shit. People have real hardcore main character energy. It's like those people that go up to cops for no fucking reason randomly on a Tuesday and they're like, hey, I'll pay your salary. It's like, all right, relax, bro. Pretty sure the NYPD or like whatever, LAPD or fucking, I don't know, what's Florida PD. I'm sure they pay the salary, but anyway. So, bro, fix it for everyone. I pay your salary, you money-hungry fucks. Why do I pay you $15 a month for jackass? I'm about to switch to PlayStation. That's not happening. That's not happening whatsoever. Let's relax here, boys. You already know that's not happening. This is like the worst global Xbox outage ever in history. Is it really though? Is it actually the worst? I don't even know if that is that true. I would have to look that up. Free Game Pass, please. This was excruciating. Bro, Jesus. Look, give us 20 years of Game Pass Ultimate and 20 new Chiefs skins for the All right, I'm done. This is too ridiculous, man. This is too ridiculous. Like, obviously, people are trolling at this point. People are straight up trolling. I mean, to be fair, sure, let's make all games digital now. To be fair, though, I feel like trolling is a good response because these companies should be trolled. I really do. I kind of believe that. Like, these companies should be trolled because, honestly, like I said before, they need to be humbled a little bit. These companies, unfortunately, have gotten so narcissistic. They've gotten so controlling. They've gotten over. They just don't care. They don't care. I think at this point, a good amount of trolling is a proper response to a company that otherwise doesn't really care. And like I said, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt in terms of the customer response because at least they are responding to people and keeping people updated. But we are now 5 hours out and there has been no update to this whatsoever that I can see on their page. I will refresh their page one more time just to make sure. Let me see if there's anything. Okay, hold on. Says, okay, there was an update 3 hours ago. I don't know why this did not show up. That's weird. Good news. The earlier Xbox issue should now be mitigated. You should once again be able to launch games, sign in, and complete purchases. They did it again. After the comments about completing purchases, like, hey, you should be able to complete purchases. Thanks for sticking with us through a long one. Pause, by the way. Let us know if anything else still looks off. I'm sure people got to be upset. This shouldn't have taken basically 20 hours. What the hell caused this? You know, I'm curious if they're going to say what actually caused this. Because notice how PlayStation didn't say a freaking thing. Shocking, right? I know, shocking. PlayStation did not tell you anything. When PlayStation went down for 8 hours, they didn't really tell you what it was. There was rumors that it was like tied to Amazon and stuff like that. But PlayStation themselves, they didn't make a statement. Not that I saw. Xbox, I wonder if they're going to make a statement. I highly doubt that, right? Because they don't want you guys thinking in the back of your mind, oh, wow, our services are being messed with, hacked, or whatever. Like, they don't want that to be a thing. And, you know, this is actually true. If you look at the choice of words, what's the word that they utilize? They don't say that it's been fixed. They say that it's been mitigated. It's been mitigated, right? It's not fixed. Mitigation and fix are two totally different things. So I kind of feel like it's still going, but they want people to feel like most of it has been taken care of at this point. I don't know, man. I find all this to be real interesting. Oh, look, bruh. Oh, damn. It's still happening for some people. That's so bad, dude. People need answers. Nearly entire 24 hours of being unable to access paid content is not acceptable from a company like Microsoft. Let us know if anything still looks off. No discount, no free month game pass for anything. Bullshit today is something that's not only looks, but it feels off. This person's having issues, it seems. Can't play. Look at this. Connect to Xbox Live. Signing in. It's not working. Nope. Not working. Not working. So much for, again, mitigated. Your console can't connect to Xbox Live. What's going on, bro? What looks off to us is not receiving compensation. Time to play some Quantum. Who the fuck plays Who's talking about Quantum Break here? And that's it? Compensation for the inconveniences? Nope. Nope. Why are you charging $39.99 for Halo Campaign Evolved to users who have Game Pass Ultimate? Just got told it released on Game Pass and I'm stuck here with the paid version. Great job, guys. Thank you for the hard work. Xbox owes us 1,000 reward points for this BS. What about the free month? Yes, after a half a day, almost, we should be entitled to it. Who agrees? Again, being able to not play your game, should it be the issue when the servers go down? Still no ownership and ability to play purchase games without a complete and total reliance on a terrible network. I honestly believe that Xbox has one of the worst servers, which I think is mind-blowing, considering that they are essentially owned by, Microsoft. It's insane to me. It's like, bro, your servers are so bad. I've had nothing but bad experiences when I try to play online with some of their more recent video games. I don't want that to be the case. I generally do try to play their games, but it's really bad. Anyway, so all I'm trying to say with this video, particular segment, is that something weird's going on, all right? They don't want to tell you what it is. They're not going to tell you what it is. They're not going to be honest. They're just going to tell you that something's happening with the Amazon servers or something's happening with whatever. They're not going to tell you exactly precisely to the T what it is or the truth about what it is, but there is no way that PlayStation goes down, Xbox goes down, and then it should be Xbox goes down, PlayStation goes down, Xbox goes down again. There's no way that this is happening and it's not coordinated by someone, something, somewhere, somehow. There's no way that this is not coordinated. There's something going on. Somebody's taking it to PlayStation and Xbox. We don't know who that is. I'm sure maybe in the future we'll find out. Usually when things get worse is when we find out. But as of right now, we don't really know what's happening at this point. So, but yeah, they went down for 24 hours today. Almost. It was more like 20, 21 hours, but still. Almost an entire day.